Okay, so I was thinking about hand chains. Everybody loves them. They're gorgeous. I'm talking about the ones that are a ring connected to a bracelet. I've also noticed that all are not equal, especially in the way they look. So here's my thoughts, tips and tricks. Here's what I came up with. I am going to be using, see how that jump ring is significantly bigger? That's for a reason, because this is my favorite way to make them. Middle finger, put a big jump ring on the bottom, and then you can kind of, well, it's hard to do on yourself, but you can kind of thread it through that jump ring. Just weld that jump ring closed before you thread this, so you're not, pulling on an open jump ring. But essentially, I was hoping to show you this really easily, but essentially you're gonna put that chain all the way through like this. We got it. So it does that sort of a choker kind of. I love this flat curtain shade. So the other thing, there's this. That's what I wanted to show you with the bigger jump ring. Just so that's the ring, and it actually is very symmetrical looking, and it has more movement for your customer. Also getting it lengthwise this way, right? Because you don't want them to bend their hand all the way this way and then have all this like extra thing waiting to get snagged on something. So just know that you probably shouldn't attach these permanently unless they really, really, really want you to. I know some customers just want what they want. So I always opt to do the bar and kind of circle clasp, because that's the easiest one for me to do myself. And for custom fit jewelry, it's really hard because it's going to be perfect fit. So again, look how much bigger that jump ring is at the bottom. I need to get off that extra little piece. But anyway, ignore that. See how much bigger that jump ring is? That jump ring's, I don't even know, it's an oval one. I love oval jump rings. But that's the jump ring. This is the chain. So when I'm doing this, you could even really get creative and size it without cutting it perfectly the first time. So you would just, I would weld my jump ring closed, and I would feed some of this chain through the jump ring, right? This is kind of tricky. It's an art form, so be patient with yourself. And then I've got kind of still connected to my piece here. Ignore that little dangle piece up here. I know it's kind of screwing everything up. But how I would size this is then I would go around, and I know people are like, what about, but you're gonna connect it and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be mostly flat. I would still make sure the bracelet, you can fit one finger underneath. But as for this, I don't want them to bend their hand more than that, I think. Because then you only have that much loose hanging instead of, you've seen the pictures of some that are like literally like this, where they're like super loose. So you don't want it so loose that this is going to go down past the knuckle, because that hurts, especially for this kind of chain that's not flat. It's not comfortable. So those are my thoughts on hand chains.